Welcome everyone, it's Evelyn, and we have a Divine Masculine Twin Flame read for you. So take a deep breath. Okay, today's August 13th, 2020. The 13 is the Death card, transformation, transition, endings. And the day today adds up to 25, which is the Knight of Wands. So we have the Death card and the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands has been a little bit of a troublemaker for the past few weeks. There's been a lot of deception going on with them. So it's kind of interesting to see what comes up today. I'm going to show you the basic read in front of you so you have a closer view of everything. This is the main read from the SIRIAN STARSEED deck. And here is the complete read that's on the table. Let's clarify it a little bit more for you. Okay, so if you want to take a snapshot, you can follow the cards. I do usually verbalize the main cards in the read. So, okay. So again, this is a 7-deck read for those of you not familiar with my reads. All of my information is below. My website is twinflames3344.com. And please do like and share and subscribe and really share the video with others if you like what you hear. And I wanted to remember too to tell you about my daughter. Her video series she's been doing got accepted by Amazon Prime Video. So if you want to check it out, it's called Something Like Love, I believe is the title. So check it out. And if you need anything from me, my services, whether it's a card read or whether you need some healing or whether you need some music, my music, it's only $1 a song. It's Ashes, Twin Towers to Twin Flames by Evelyn Stainthorpe. It's on iTunes, Google Play, Amazon, and CD Baby. And it's a great way to purge because my energy would definitely bring that up for you. Actually, every time you watch these videos, it will help you bring up stuff to purge. And there's a lot of wounds that we go into, and they're actually channeled messages coming through. So this is a general read, so don't force it to fit if it doesn't resonate with you. There's a lot of messages that are coming up here, something for everybody. And it is for the Divine Masculine, so it's going to affect the masculine within the Divine Feminine as well. So the SIRIAN STARSEED deck was cut at 9:32 to 33. 9 is the Hermit, 32 and 33 are the 6 and 7 of Wands. So the journeyman's, leading the way. It's good news coming in, success, getting attention, leading the way. And then, of course, the 7 of Wands, which is the need to stand up for yourself without fighting, without getting triggered and walking away, knowing when to walk away. So before I even finished clarifying this read, I got a whole little storyline, which was very cool. So at 9:45, and by the way, all 4 aces were upright in this read. There were 2 aces. The 2 aces right away were coming up when I was putting out the clarification cards. The King of Swords presenting passion to someone, to actually the Sovereign reverse, which can be someone who's dependent or powerless, but it also can be someone who's giving up their independence because they don't want to be single anymore. And then the Ace of Pentacles was being returned. The Ace of Pentacles was being given to, the 5 of Swords energy, the enemy, the person who's on guard, or the devil energy, but the devil was reversed in this read, so it's about the person detoxing, and detoxing being Scrooge, because that card was also reversed. So no longer hoarding or holding on to things too tightly, and that doesn't have to just be money, it could be anything that you cling to. I finished just this first part. At 9:55, I pulled an energy card to see what was coming up. So I was going to put it in the read, and I actually did. So the first card out was walking away, which is number 27, the Ace of Wands, which was very prevalent in the read, the Ace of Wands upright. So definitely somebody walking away. They're leaving the gates. And actually the Metatron card came up right after that in the energy deck. So there was some very powerful energy guiding someone to free themselves from a situation, whether it's the masculine or someone around him or even a child to leave a situation, or actually have something go in their favor so that they can follow their passion. There's a lot of that energy in here. So the Nine of Cups was upright. There was first these clarification cards were coming up, led into a whole story before I even put all the mini cards out. So I had to tell you the whole story before I clarified the read. So the Nine of Cups, happy with themselves in connection with a sovereign reversed, which again I said can be someone who's lost their money, power, and independence, or are dependent, which can be a child, or it's someone who's lost their single status. So happy with self in connection with a sovereign reversed lover. Two out in the cold though, and then the Emperor reversed and the High Priestess reversed next to each other. Work partners may be done, but lovers begun. The Prisoner of the Queen of Swords reversed and the Queen of Pentacles reversed offer money or new life. To the Knight of Wands, Virgo moon, to come clean about not sleeping or up nights healing, like what you've been doing at night. The Six of Cups is upright with the King of Pentacles, the Hierophant or Taurus with third party injustice or Libra reversed, and the King of Swords, which can be that Libra energy, presents their truth, the whole truth, to or at the present or as a gift to perhaps a Leo or a child, someone whose energy is kind of out of control. It could be someone who's sick as well, or just crazy kids, or someone in need of sunshine, in surrender and confessing, or someone who got burnt. And that can be literally burnt by the sun or got burnt figuratively as well. Dumping all their burdens and responsibilities, just dumping everything, to offer their cup to the Queen of Wands upright, resting on break, or in 5D connection, detoxing a losing battle. The Page of Wands offers inspiration or a date for a big love from the Page of Pentacles, while the Page of Pentacles is eager to learn or study or research or invite in new passion and bliss from the Page of Swords reversed, who may be lying or spying or gossiping or just no message at all. They could be giving you the silent treatment, defenseless, with no excuse for the Queen of Cups is they're focusing on. So there's like this pay it forward energy of people, everyone wanting the next person, not each other. But then at the end here, where the Knight of Swords is the only one reversed of the Page energies, who could be lying or gossiping or spying or any of that kind of negative immature energy. This one is defenseless with no excuse for the Queen of Cups who's actually facing them. All the others are not facing each other. Or the Page of Swords reversed took the fall for the Queen of Cups or is falling for her and defenseless. The Page of Wands wants love from the Page of Pentacles. The Page of Pentacles wants sex or new projects and bliss from the Page of Swords reversed. But the Page of Swords reversed fell defenseless to the Queen of Cups, wishing for them and focusing on their heart. So the Queen of Swords reversed and the Queen of Pentacles reversed are offering time, money, and effort for the Knight of Wands and or Virgo reversed to return, who's been cleaning up their act or their space, or healing and purging. So they've been working on themselves. So kids or twins offering equal exchange with the King of Pentacles, Taurus, not socializing with Libra reversed King of Swords, or the King of Swords presenting, not offering, but presenting the whole truth to kids who may be sick or tired or burnt in surrender and or confession. God's love to the Queen of Wands at rest, detoxing the devil, chaos, or lost a fight, or just can't take it anymore. Because the Page of Wands wants love, the Page of Pentacles wants passion and bliss, and falling defenseless to the Queen of Cups charms, who is, so, just get past this part. Oh, it was so weird too. Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt the read. I had to go to the bathroom. And when I went to the bathroom, I remembered I had a dream last night. I don't know what it was about, but it had to do with pooping. And I don't have any pooping problems. So it was really weird that I had this dream that it was like, it was so much that it was above the toilet seat. And I don't know who it was a reference to, if it has to do with my twin. It could be, one of my kids as well. But there was something about poop and poopy problems. So you may be dealing with that. The master may be dealing with that. You may find out a reason why there's been a health issue, and it may have to do with constipation or the other end of the spectrum as well. And of course, hemorrhoids can come up with that as well. So anything around going to the bathroom is coming up here. And then I just have to see where I'm coming back to. So let's see here. The Magician reversed, insecure at night, or a Cancer about the Ten of Pentacles reversed, dysfunction or loss, without peace, in a state of chaos or emergency. The Star or Healer or Dream come true, or Aquarius, offering help, money, or opportunity, or a proposal to the Three of Pentacles workplace or place of co-creation, with the Empress reversed. So she's either an ill person or an out of control, controlling person, right? So there's abundance there between the man with the heart or lack of abundance between the man with the heart and Archangel Chamuel. This was coming up from the energy decks. And that's like the Knight of Cups was coming up there. Dumping emotional attachments to clear the home and pacifying the mother, perhaps. Libra reversed and Leo reversed. When slow, in the downturn right now, and there's no sun out, it's like they're surrendering, the two. So someone's definitely walking away, whether it's the masculine, whether it's his partner, whether it's a child who's walking away. There's definitely inspiration for big love here as well. And the Empress reverse was coming up as uncomfortable with the King of Wands and family watching them. So at 11:07 to 8 is when I finished clarifying the read. And that's Justice in the 7 and 8, which is the Chariot and the Strength card. Justice and Guidance were the only major arcana in the main part of the read. Guidance is like the Hierophant card. And then before the read, the Alchemy or Temperance card came up. And then after the read, the Reflection or Hermit card came up. We had 5 Pentacles, 2 Wands and 2 Cups. There were no swords in the main part of the read. A lot of Pentacles here with the 5, which has to do with the issues of daily living, not just money, but money, time, effort, all of those things you do on the daily. And then the Queen of Pentacles came up with the Queen of Pentacles was the only one in the read as far as court cards. And then the Page of Cups came up after the read. The 9 of Pentacles was also in the read, which is the sovereign energy, but it's not a court card. The numbers in the code line here were all about surrender, time out, and definitely breaks were coming up. People taking breaks here. Time out and communications. And communications is that 33, the Christ vibration, that 7 of Wands that was just spoken about. And the numbers we had, double 4s were most important here. So 44 is that 4 of Cups energy of grounding, integrating, and mastering of love. And also boredom and apathy, which is what that's for. Boredom isn't just boredom. Boredom is there to ground and integrate what you've just expanded, to bring yourself back to the 0 point. There's a time to be still. So it's not about trying to keep yourself busy every second of the day so you can't feel or think into what you've been through, because it's so important that you actually do that. So the numbers that came up here on the code line were 7, 3, adding up to 10. So the Chariot and the Empress, and the 10 of the Wheel of Fortune, and also the high vibration, the trill of those 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1. We also had double 3s and double 8s, which together, the 38 is the Queen of Cups. Oh, that's interesting, because Queen of Cups is my soul number, 44 is my life lesson number. Very interesting. So we also had double 3s and double 8s. Double 3s is that Christ vibration, like I said, and then 88 are the 2 8s side by side, the masculine and feminine, both balanced and dancing within their own masculine and feminine. We had also the numbers 2 through 9 all come out. 1 was the only number that 1 and 10 did not show up. So the polarized, this is nice because that's telling you we got rid of the polarized energies at either end here. And so 23 was a significant number here, which is the King of Wands, 34, which is the Eight of Wands, and then 48 as well, which is the walking away and within, the Eight of Cups. And then also 56, the Two of Swords, and the 67, the Knight of Pentacles. So regarding surrender, time out, and communications, the code line here, the challenge was the Two of Wands reversed, and the block was the Eight of Pentacles reversed. So again, this instead of Sophia 7 today, 7S came up, 7 Sophia. So still the Sophia key was coming up again. The 7S, oh, I was just thinking about that too. When I go to the beach, to Ocean City, it's 7 South on the Garden State Parkway. So 7S is definitely coming up. That might be significant for someone. But the divine chariot, the 7, the feminine within the masculine, and the heating up of the two humans, you know, the energy between them. Also, maybe at somebody's office or of the collective consciousness. And then Florida was coming up. The Sophia off the City of Angels, so Florida and LA were coming up, the City of Angels, as the Sophia energy, and then the number 301 came up, heating it up, of the height, at the height of manifestation, or in other words, the mountain, climbing the mountain, and then Northeast was coming up. And there's a lot of mountains in the Northeast, of course. But, so let's see what else came up around that stuff. So the message to the Divine Masculine here was very much about, again, toggling up to their higher vibration, their Sophia energy. The Sophia is their divine IV. It was also coming up as a dividend. The chariot of unity consciousness of human and Christ consciousness, the Christ communications. The 3 in 1, the third flame of the height of crystals, the north and east, which for me is the feminine energy, of communication, time out, and surrender. The twin flames, 3 in 1, at the height of alignment, the 28, the choice of path, being at the Y in the road, or being at the 0 point and manifesting from there. Like not needing to go in any of the 3 directions, right? Because you have 2 directions you can go forward, but there's always the direction back. So there's always 3 choices, not 2. And then the lap dance of toggling up, the Christ ALS, which is a cliff. It also means while, when, as soon as, and like. And likeness came up yesterday, the day before. Be careful about likenesses. It's not the authentic thing, right? So they're talking about the likeness of using someone in advertising. So politically, that was coming up this week. But just be careful of things that are like something else. It doesn't mean they're the authentic thing. It's not exactly the same as. So the lap dance, which is the 44 is the 3D 8. 8 is the dance, the flow between the masculine and feminine, but 4 and 4 is the just getting together in the 3D, finding that perfect fit, the puzzle pieces together. So those 2 energies coming up here. Let's see here. And then Route 301 came up. So I looked up 301. And it's a spur of Route 1. It's 1,099 miles, or 1,769 kilometers, from Biddle's Corner, Delaware, to Sarasota, Florida. So here Florida was coming up again. And 301 is also the area code for Maryland. And I believe this Route 301 starts in Maryland and ends up in Florida. So, and also when I wrote down Maryland, I was getting the Mary connection there because I was talking about island yesterday. The I, the is the I, and the land is the grounding. So, the third eye toggling up, and then the grounding needed to keep you connected to the earth plane. And then Maryland was coming up in reference to that, right? So to ground Mary, the Mother Mary energy into Gaia as well. So, and that can represent just that Gaia is the mother energy, that Maryland is the land of the mother, perhaps, is what they're telling us. So the different acronyms that came up in my code line today were NE, which is the Northeast, which is a human, a person. It's a lot of don'ts and no's and nots. It also means snow, indeed, snout, and a pig snout came up today. Mouth, edge, sting, bite. The number 4, whatever, comes up under NE as well. Water, river, house, and eat. And then MES also came up as an acronym, which means month, knife, middle, mess as in mess hall, artificial fertilizer, table, we, but, my, and teat, a small bird, and then metal frame of a backpack, and also coward, MES. And we realize that flames is FLA, or Florida, and then MES. So why was that coming up? Then the DIV also came up, and of course I use that as a lot of different things, like divine and the divine IV as well. But it also means lesson or foolish idiot. It means divinity, divergence, the number 2, wonder, and giant. So going back to the code line, the key of Sophia and the giant lesson of the 2, and the divergence, the key office of flames. Florida, Sarasota, and the coward, the knife, the middle table. And Sarasota is like the middle of Florida. So it was trying to show me the middle, not like the keys. And then the small bird supports the sack or getting sacked. So someone being a coward and not doing what they need to do at the height of alignment regarding water, river, house, or eating. And then the chariot's cliff or Christ's cliff was coming up. And it was very interesting how I got to what that was supposed to mean. I was getting Christ's cliff, the mouth's edge. So what is it that they were trying to tell me? So it was very interesting here. So I wrote down my code line again, and I wrote down all the numbers associated on the code line. You know, some of them are words, but some of them are direct numbers. And we had the 7 of the coach, the 2 of the twin flames, the 3 of the empress energy, and then the 8 of crystals was coming up, as well as NE, which means emperor, which then can be the number 4. So these numbers can come out in all different ways. Even if there's no number in the code line, they can come out in that way. So we had 7, 2, 3, 8, 4. So I went online to see if anything was coming up, and 7 Sacred Flames of Creation by Stankov's, that came up a couple times before, so that came up again. The 7 Flames of the 7 Deadly Sins came up from codebreaker.fandom.com, and it just said true form, a hulking figure of blue flame. The sin is wrath, Satan's blaze. Their abilities are to create, manipulate, and generate blue flames that cannot be extinguished, which is very much about the blue rays. And then another header that came up was 3 of Flames from ArchangelOracle.com, and another from Heart Chakra, Balance of Threefold Flame of the Heart from SummitLighthouse.org. So Summit Lighthouse came up. Before departure from innocence, a crystal cord was 9 feet in diameter, and the threefold flames enveloped his form. Source energy was unlimited, and higher consciousness was enfolding. And that was from SummitLighthouse.org. And then from the same site, another header came up, Flame in the Heart. 7 chakras, the wheel. The chakra is a wheel or a vortex of light, and the 7 rays of Christ and Buddha that they represent. And then at 12:19, which is the Hangman and the Sun, we're back at the key of Sophia and the divine coach of the twin flames, the Empress of alignment with the Emperor, the human him with an edgy bite, with water, river, snow, house, and eating. That might be his delights. Like, these are a few of my favorite things that came up yesterday. So we start this read at 5 of Pentacles. All right, so this big card underneath the little mini cards here is the 5 of Pentacles, and beneath that was the 3 of Swords reversed, Alchemy upright, and the 6 of Wands reversed. Healing the patient angel, under the radar, in need of attention, positive attention. Sagittarius, King of Wands, is out in the cold at the workplace with the Empress reversed, uncomfortable. The King of Wands with 10 of Cups, happy family, or his own emotional fulfillment at work, but imbalanced with the Empress reversed, which can be debt, scam, inequity, with the Fool who's free to leap with a loyal friend, perhaps to go bungee jumping or skydiving, jumping or live or live on a cliff somewhere and go cliff diving. The freedom of Aries, uncomfortable for the Empress reversed. Sagittarius upright, Aries upright, Taurus reversed here. The High Priestess reversed, secret passion, grieving under the radar, home at work, avoiding what's not working, or in the aftermath of sudden events, or an eruption due to overworking, or someone not working, or not longing, or no longer aligning with dark blocks, mold, or lead issues. The Page of Pentacles starting over, or a new project, student, opportunity, or invitation, and the student being the student of alchemy, of why things went wrong, why an explosion or fire or science experiment gone terribly wrong. No longer being wasteful, now with cottonmouth. Perhaps faulty foundation weighs heavy on novice, or very affected by 9/11 still, or recent events bringing back memories of an office there, or how unity consciousness aligns with dark blocks to cause things like that, or moving to the countryside away from the dangers of the city dwellers, combinations that don't mix well, the door frame, backpack, the metal frame, the coward, the small bird in the middle, Sarasota, Florida, key of Sophia, and one big giant lesson. And then Northeast 33 was coming up, which South Shields came up, but also as soon as I put any 33 into the system to see what would come up, an address in Lighthouse Point, Florida came up. And you have to hear this description of the address here because it's so in line with this. And plus the MLS number for this house was 10238458. And 2384 are the numbers in that order that I just written down and told you I wrote down about the code line. What I'd written down from the code line was 72384. And this MLS was 102384 and then 58. So that's like, hitting the 4 lottery. So I put in Northeast 33 at 1251 to 52, which is the Hangman, and then the King and Queen of Swords. The address that came up was 2847, 28 being the twin flames, 47 being the synchronicities, the heaven in their eyes, Northeast 33rd Street, Lighthouse Point, Florida. And Lighthouse came up, like Summit Lighthouse came up, and then Florida in a couple different ways, Sarasota and Florida, and the zip code is 33064. So it said to take I-95 exit 39, which is the Knight of Cups, on Sample Road, which my parents lived in Bend, Oregon on Sample Court, and then go east and go right on Northeast 28th Street, which is again the Twin Flames, and then left on, so right is the masculine onto 28th on the Twin Flames to choose a path, and then go left, which is Northeast, the feminine energy, to 33rd Street, the Christ vibration, but standing up for yourself. And then the 2847 is on the left. Some other stuff that came up from that was Sophia the Pig in the Old Town, Key West. So, and also someone named Sophia Key, BCBA, who works at the Florida Autism Center. So somebody might be looking for an autism counselor. And so she may be Key. Her name is Sophia Key. She's in the Jacksonville area with 369 connections. How cool is that? So 369 is like the 3D, 4D, 5D. And two, her qualifications, the BCBA is before Christ and before Adam. So that was kind of cracking me up as well. So also about the lighthouse card came up yesterday. I forget whose read it was for, but the lighthouse did come up yesterday. And the pig with the snout and stinky poop. And that's what the pig was coming up about. Their neighbors were complaining not about the pig, but the neighbors weren't keeping the poop stink cleaned up. So there's definitely poop stuff coming up here. So in dealing with Sagittarius and a Page of Pentacles out in the cold, or a Cancer reversed or Libra reversed out in the cold, home on display as the actual home on display, or there could be some people home on display, displaying themselves, as Leo cleaning up or doing laundry or making beds or kicking kids out of the house for a showing. In the slowdown, fight or flight, chaos or Libra reversed and Cancer reversed, No more homeschooling or sending Leo packing or vice versa. Kids, no angels. Leo or pet cowering, afraid to go out with them, or training an animal or cowardly lion, afraid to drive or to fly, or any travel for that matter, or packing to go on vacation or to return from vacation, but chaos ensues, or odd man out, or Sphinx versus warrior, gladiators, or Florida gators, live and let die. Playfulness comes up, and beneath that for the masculine was release your ex. Sagittarius upright, Taurus reversed, Aries upright, Pisces reversed, Scorpio reversed, Cancer reversed, Libra reversed, and Leo upright. All came up right here in the underlying energies. New life offer, and I was just getting the new life order, so the new world order could come up right there, but new life offer with billowing blues, romantic tie in another world, without a leg to stand on, and no glass slipper to try on, is a losing battle of gawking and spying, the flame with sharp words, ready in case the sword is needed. Mirror and cup are handy too. A breath test or tongue test, cupping and blade sharpening services, and scrolled ironwork of hearts and or torch. Alternating right arm positions, falling asleep on your left arm or on dummy with pins and needles, humpback, butt cracks, or hemorrhoids and dark goats, no more. No more waiting to catch them in the act. And then love partnership came up with number 26, which is the Page of Wands. And I was getting stay on task at 139, which is the Magician and the Knight of Cups. Beneath love partnership was happy ending, which is 93, the reflection of the Knight of Cups, 39. Right? So being love, and then the reflection of that is not being love, perhaps being moody, but in a happy ending, so there is an ending there. The worst over, now bliss, with the Six of Cups upright, twins and or kids. The Queen of Swords reversed, implementing a plan to end unhappy family or an emotional cycle of unhappiness with rest or taking a break, or 5D meditation with the King of Swords reversed. Busy bees dying down, someone resting and focusing on their heart issues or broken heart. At 144, the Magician and the Four of Cups, as the King of Swords reversed, removes his sword from the ante. Sword or information was hidden in the bed, is now removed by the King of Swords reversed. So it's definitely getting someone hiding something in the bed, whether it's in the bed or under the mattress. That could be, it can be literal or figurative, but I was definitely getting someone hiding stuff, and it can be inside of a bed that somebody was hiding something, and it could be just information, it could be a will, it could be financial stuff, or it could actually be money. Anything like that was coming up. It also could be someone just keeping a weapon by the bed, worried that someone else was going to hurt them in the middle of the night. So at 146, which is the Magician and the 46 of the Six of Cups, the King of Swords reversed no longer needs a weapon against a cat of mass destruction. So someone might have an out-of-control cat. Or a cat may have passed away, and that's why they no longer need to defend themselves. Or the king, and the cat can be a guy, right, as well. Or the King of Swords reversed realizes someone was planning to stab them in the back or hurt them while sleeping. They thought the Three of Swords were removed, but now finding out or realizing that all three are still in there. So someone pretending that they're fine with everything now, but they weren't. They were still just as upset. Or kids good, but the parents with major issues, or siblings have a falling out. The King of Swords reversed and the King of Swords and Queen of Swords reversed. Both are reversed here in the underlying energy. Unhappy and taking a break. So that could be definitely two people taking a break in what they're doing, or taking a break literally from their relationship. Two out in the cold, and the Page of Pentacles with emergent conflict now over, or lost battle in a love partnership. In the recent past is the Four of Wands upright, grieving home or home grieving, without option or out of options, in energetic exchange or expressing feelings, or a lot of back and forth, with the Knight of Swords rushing in with the truth, with the Page of Cups message of love. Or two kids, the Knight of Swords and the Page of Cups, one sweet and one salty. Done overworking, not working, or whatever's not working, and juggling, performing, or doing the daily grind, but always tending toward how to spend their money. Implementing a plan to travel or spend on 5D World, or a drowning girl. And the King of Cups reversed, or Pisces King of Cups reversed, failure, or doing this under the radar or under the table, between father and son perhaps, keeping it between father and son. The King of Cups reversed, having the Knight of Cups upright, his back, and the Knight of Cups ready to carry the King of Cups reversed, failures. So make sure about carrying that. And it could be just a father who's sick, so it could be a child stepping up to take care of them. The foundation here is justice reversed, injustice in the aftermath of sudden events, letting go to repair and make amends, awake to poor judgment or indecision in general, not heeding the call, to defend the Knight of Cups or back them up, be their wingman, so somebody wasn't stepping up. And then or maybe someone held up their end and the other person didn't. The central energy here is the Queen of Pentacles reversed, the Queen of Wands upright, resting, taking a break, or giving it a rest. And then outside, a bird started chirping, and it was very melodic. It was at 2:06, which is the High Priestess and the Lovers. It was like, la, 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 like you'd hear in Disney films, you know? And it was like a whistling song. And then after they were finished, it was a repeating of the notes, la, 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 la. And then another bird started with really like linear, meh, 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 like a squawk, like it was so not musical, right? It was so 3D. So at 2:07, the High Priestess and the Chariot, the challenge being the twin flame or the Two of Wands reversed, the two flames extinguished, out of options or chose path but unable to implement it right now, the Knight of Pentacles moving on, the Dark Knight and Patient Angel or Angel of Death, Scorpio and Sagittarius, one step at a time, dumping emotional attachments to needing more information, clarity, or no peace of mind, offering time, money, or effort, or a new life of perfect contentment to the Five of Swords, and then Devil reversed. And this could be the wingman of detoxing their shadow and transformation to a higher love, no longer being Scrooge or offering a gold coin as a loyal and humble and now ready to serve servant. So somebody going through a big transformation here. But the Five of Swords upright, can be the enemy. It's also just someone very defensive or adamant and standing in their truth, but without showing any love, which is, that can be very hurtful. But they're detoxing with the Devil reverse. But remember, the worst of it comes out before the end is near. So now is the Nine of Pentacles reversed in the crowning position. Dependent, powerless, or no longer single, an offer of passion and bliss. The King of Cups reversed, Hermit reversed, and Chariots reversed, or Cancer, Virgo, and King of Cups reversed, or that can be 2 to 3 different people, or just the one. And the King of Swords reversed. The King of Cups reversed in negative self-talk and defenseless, powerless, dependent, or with no excuses, and this can be a parent, maybe as an alcoholic parent that you have to take care of. Or a King of Cups reversed with Sovereign reversed and Page of Swords reversed, kids, while Virgo reversed, Cancer reversed, and King of Swords reversed are on a break, or over-isolating in chaos or in the state of emergency. The Sovereign reversed or dependent, offering a new life or money to the Dark Knight. So they could be making a big expenditure as well. So they could be offering money to the Dark Knight, Capricorn, Scorpio, Sagittarius, and Air person at 219, which is the High Priestess and the Sun. Or Dark Knight is powerless, offering new life. And the Queen of Cups is offering new passion from a place of healing. Or the Queen of Cups and King of Pentacles, or King of Cups reversed, Sovereign reversed, they're coming up together. They can be one and the same person. They can be two separate people. The King of Cups and the Sovereign reversed. And then the King of Swords reversed. Or the kids are between them. So the King of Cups reversed is offering time, money, and energy to his dark side, perhaps, and passion to the Sovereign reversed, the dependent person. Or Virgo reversed and Cancer reversed. Or Knight of Swords reversed is getting multiple offers for sex and or projects, or both. And the Sovereign reversed and the King of Swords reversed, both receiving offers, passionate offers, hers to him, and it seems like his to her, but they may not even realize they're both offering it to each other. It's like if it's like the note, if you like pina coladas, right? They put a notice in the online or something, or in the paper, and they both are offering passions, but this can be under the, this can be energetically too, that they don't even realize who they're sending it to, but they're sending it to each other. So while the Queen of Cups is healing with the King of Pentacles, Taurus, or marriage or establishment with social distancing, bad influences, or third party, the King of Swords upright with hostage of marriage, or is a hostage of marriage, and the Queen of Swords reversed and Queen of Pentacles reversed together are offering new life or money to the Knight of Wands with the Hermit reversed in order to get them to come back. Or the King of Swords, Taurus, Libra with a third party prisoner, and the Queen of Swords reversed, Libra reversed, while the Queen of Pentacles reversed is offering the Ace of Pentacles, or a new life, to the Knight of Wands, who's upright, with the Hermit reversed and Dark Knight upright in hopes of new love between female Libra reversed and male Scorpio reversed. Or these are grown children or women at work willing to pay for them to come back. However, they know his Sagittarius side may come running for the money, but his Hermit will turn his back. The Scorpio side may reap what you offer to them and then leave anyway. Or two women, one is a Libra, one's a Taurus or Virgo, or one is a sad prisoner and the other is conceited and all about the money at 241, which is the High Priestess and the Ace of Cups. They're very sure that they can buy him back because apparently they've always been bought before. So soon as the Three of Cups reversed, social distancing, bad influences, gossipers, partiers, third party, or no reunion, or no joy, present to dumping a load, a burden, or dumping all of their responsibilities and or confessing, the Magician is reversed with his insecurities and manipulations at night or without tools at night or just more vulnerable than. Virgo reversed or Gemini reversed and Cancer upright, connected to Capricorn reversed, or detoxing at night, withdrawal may be going on for someone. The masculine sees himself as the Seven of Cups reversed, with the 3 cups dumped, then 2 cups dumped, then 3 all the way down the stairs, or had to start all over again from scratch. The 8 of Cups wasted in uncomfortable or intolerable energies or a situation. Kids sick or out of control, or Leo is, or overexposed to attention or sun and got burnt in surrender. The injustice of the King of Swords upright or Libra reversed, and giving the whole truth, but with just a little bit of love to them, but it's over their head and they may not understand, may be unable to listen for long, right? Because everyone's attention span's only, 5 to 10 minutes. Or they're bored or don't care or want to be left alone to ground and integrate what they have been able to take in. So, it could be trying to explain this situation to, kids or someone who just doesn't understand it. So at 250 is the High Priestess and the 10 of Cups, emotional fulfillment. Dumped 3, then 2, now the last 3 before they can walk away at 250. Getting to know each other and making the effort. Libra reversed and Leo reversed, wounded warrior, or this can also be kids. Around him is the guidance or Hierophant upright, an offer of love from the Page of Pentacles, who's looking the other way while they're offering love. They're not looking that way, they're looking the other way. Focused on the gold coin or in finding new perspectives and research, coming clean or cleaning up the act, learning how to clear space. Suffering in silence or can't sleep or stressed out, with dysfunctional family, business, or community, all depending on one child, or willing to back them, or tears of joy that a child got a scholarship, or family or business or community is willing to pay for them. Healing in separation, heartbreak, virus, or heart surgery, Taurus child, or establishment with guidance or help to start a new business, or putting all eggs in one basket, but being assured, it's no risk, that they're like a top student, the best in their class, it's a great opportunity, or it's a great invitation, or minimal risk investment. and they were very assured of that. Or child or Leo got scammed or made an unwise investment, and they may have lost a lot of money. So the block here is the Eight of Pentacles reversed, or being blocked from returning to work by the Emperor reversed, High Priestess reversed, or as two are left out in the cold after working so hard to detox and be happy with self and connection with lover who lost all the money or willing to let go of their independence, or dependent lover. Or dependent lover walks away after he or she loses all the money or spent unwisely, so one with the new passion is now getting their wish and then leaving the other to deal with the dish, So communication comes up, time out, surrender, but even more so for the masculine here is making the effort. The Fool is free, but walking a fine line after being muzzled, not allowed to speak or forced to keep secrets, putting truth aside. Divine Masculine's heart in the Batcave is coming out or opening up. After the battle, transformed and feels young again, the Page of Wands upright, inspired to new love, after not knowing which way to go, or torn. Without peace or peaceful place to go, or walking away from servitude and confidential clauses, or confidentiality clauses, uncomfortable with Hermit reversed and Page of Cups upright, or Star, or Child Star, or uncomfortable with the Queen of Swords reversed and Queen of Pentacles reversed, paying the Knight of Wands behind his back, or while he was over isolating, or a parent with dementia, or was going crazy holding a secret and not walking away. Hermit reversed, not reflecting, and loving child or message of love shining brightly, or the Knight of Wands took the money and ran, off to college or off to be a star, or Hermit reversed and Page of Cups upright, out in the cold together at 321. Jump. 3 is the Empress, 21 is the World. Out in the cold, injustice of dumping it all after climbing all the way to the top, or dropping out of school with guidance. That was supposed to be a sure thing, right? At 323 is the Empress and the King of Wands. Or 2 out in the cold are the Libra reversed and Taurus upright, dumping all emotional attachments between each other. Home, the Queen of Pentacles reversed and challenged by no options and no reunion. Not welcome back in business, powerless to the Divine Masculine in the Batcave, refusing to leave until they're old and gray and demented, or with Hermit reversed and Page of Cups child or new love, and all their dreams have come true. There may be a sit-in, refusing to leave or refusing to come back, or he won't leave the home, so Aries, Scorpio, Virgo, or Aquarius must walk away, or family pays a child to go to school or to come live with them, or is recruited somewhere. The 5 of Pentacles, again, out in the cold, 2 lost or ill or hurt, and home, with the King of Swords reversed, injustice of, or a Libra, of the Queen of Pentacles reversed and the Sovereign reversed, which can be mother and child, who are very much alike, challenged by no options but to dump all emotional attachments to bad influences, that which no longer serves, and guidance. Taurus, religion, establishment, refusing to work perhaps, and Emperor reversed and High Priestess reversed in a sit-in or strike, or turning people away, or refusing to let lovers in. The Divine Masculine's heart's opening and powerless to negative energies around him. The Hermit reversed coming out, no longer reflecting, and the Page of Cups, their heart is wide open for dreams to come true, becoming a child again. Or old man becomes a child, literally, or old man helps his grandchild become a star. 3, 2, 1, again. So I pulled some cards from the energy deck, and the underlying energy ended up being rest and rejuvenation. So I'll show you because I have those cards. So 19 came up, rest and rejuvenation. I'm going to pull these cards again, too. And then, so what came up is after rest and rejuvenation, after a long journey of choosing a path, removing the mask, crossing that bridge since they came to it, and now resting, which is that rest and rejuvenation. So, what were they? $8.46. I thought that I kept them out. Maybe I didn't, though. So 8 is that long journey. So I'm going to see if they're right here. Yes, they are. All right. So first, the indecision had come out. Okay, so choose the why in the road, choosing which path to go. And then was the 46 of the thinking man, so figuring out what kind of mission you want to do. And then came up the number 5, taking off the mask and letting go of the emotional attachments. And then came up the number 2. And then it's time to cross the rainbow bridge, right? So somebody packing their bags for sure. And now, resting, okay? So that came up. And then there might be some energy with, I pulled some more cards, and three different archangels came up. Shamuel, which is 37, the King of Cups, the loving man, with 2 little angels, a younger one who's 48, the number 48, balanced and walks away when they need to, and then 38, which is Archangel Raphael, the heart chakra, all about being the loving Queen of Cups nature. So the door to romance came up, which is number 33, the communication, and standing up to open their heart, with the 35, which is Archangel Michael, the wounded warrior, surrendering, to be the hermit and show his crack, maybe a tear. So I want to show you the card that came up with that, because they were pretty cool. So the Shamuel came up, right? That's the King of Cups. And then the door to romance. But then these 2 like other energies came up, which can reference, you know, father and children, but this is them, you know, needing to open their locked heart. Actually, the Archangel Michael came up with both of these. So first came out this energy, okay, the one with the locked heart in the cage, or this could be their prisoner as well. And then we have Archangel Michael with these 2 guys, the angel of balance, and then Raphael of the heart. And then here's the key, that he couldn't protect them from having their hearts broken. This can definitely reference their children or just other people around them. They were trying to keep their heart under lock and key, but they couldn't. They had to expose it because it needs to crack in order to expand. So there's some kind of lesson there in trying, maybe people overprotecting their children. So that came up. All right, so I'm going to pull cards again from the energy deck to see what comes up now, to see what the difference is. So for everybody watching, the best and highest good of all is concerned. What do we need to know? What do we need to learn? It is 5231, which is the Queen of Swords and the 5 of Wands, expanding that energy. Games or conflict. And so let's clear all negative energies across all dimensions of time, space, matter, and reality for the highest good of all is concerned, and fill that empty space with only beautiful divine love and diamond crystalline light. And so it is. All right, so attachments come up again. To remove the mask, and a lot about letting go of emotional attachments was coming up during the read. This is also the 5 of the Hierophant, which can be Taurus energy, commitments, you know, marriage and divorce, religion, establishments, societal norms, all of that, and then the anti-establishment. So both of those is taking off the mask to be, there's no right or wrong, it's just being authentic to who you are. And don't associate yourself with people who don't resonate with how you actually are. So that's what's coming up is really important here. And then the 2 is coming up again. So crossing the bridge, it's time, you arrived at the bridge to take off the mask, and then it's so funny taking off the mask because it's so right in tune with everything that's going on in the world right now. Removing the mask to cross the bridge. Do you need the mask to travel with? And you notice the 5 and the 2 again is the Queen of Swords. Oh, and you notice too, one is black and white or gray, like in the old black and white, and this is in color, living in color, or in living color. Oh, that's so funny. It's because it's reminding me of, I told you this recently that, or maybe I was just reading that from my book. The first thing I watched on color TV was from my neighbors behind me at my old house, which I only lived till I was age 8. So I was younger than that. And there was a creek between my house, the back of my house, and their house where they had a color TV because we didn't have a color TV yet. And I remember going across the creek and falling in the creek on the way to see Peter Pan on color TV. So it's so much Peter Pan energy here. So crossing that bridge, even if you fall in, because I got my dress all dirty, back then we weren't allowed to wear pants to school. That was a long time ago. So coming into the new world, the new way of doing things, and these guys are coming up right after. So again, that Knight of Wands energy of being deceitful is coming up, and the need to take a larger perspective here with the 29 being present to everything in the world. That, you don't need to take such a microscopic lens on this deceit. It's like, why is this here? And is it really so bad in the whole scheme of things, right? So it's like parents being very gung-ho about what their kids are allowed and not allowed to do. And are their kids so bad if they disobey them? Or was it just their perspective on what was okay and what's not okay? So that was coming up. Oh, and there's the father-son. All right, so father-son definitely came up here. The son supporting the father, or the father that took care of the son, is he going to then take care of the father, or vice versa? Did someone then renege on what they promised? That might be coming out, but it's coming up like father, like son there, and that's been coming up a lot lately. And then the bottom of the deck is the thinking man again. So definitely working on what makes him feel like a child again. So very good. Definitely dealing with some kid issues and learning different perspectives on life, right? When you realize your kids are older and they have to make their own choices, they're not always going to do exactly what you want them to do, and that's okay. It doesn't have to be exactly the way you envisioned it. It's their life, it's their calling. They have to follow their own guidance system. Of course, they need your guidance, in decreasing ways as they get older. And then you have to let them be free as adults. And certainly they'll come to you for guidance if they want it. But you also have to have trust in them that they know what their path is better than you, because they've been inside their bodies the whole time. So those issues may be coming up, as well as father-son issues and having each other's back, as well as there's like family who might be paying off kids to come live with them, or doing something behind the parents' back, like the family just offering to pay for something when the father didn't say it was okay, or the mother didn't say it okay. So all that kind of stuff was coming up to be looked at from a grander scale, to see, is it really that bad? In the whole grand scheme of things, is it really the end of the world? No. Okay, so that's a big message. So make sure you drink your water and you get your rest, get your joy and get your nature. Be good to yourselves. Take a deep breath and let it all out. And rise and be love, you guys. Bye.